welcome to the No Format Required podcast, where our discussions are as organised as a squirrel's secret nutstash. It's me, Charlie, and with always, it's Michael.
Hello, it's good to finally hear your voice back on the podcast, Charlie.
I know, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've been going it solo.
Haven't you?
2 episodes by myself.
How did you find them?
Not that bad, actually. I think I managed on the last one to talk for 15 minutes.
When I did that one by myself, did I do 1 or 2? I think it was just 1. And I was like, at first I was a bit like, I kind of didn't know, but then you kind of just get into a conversation, don't you? But, well, I say conversation, just you talking to yourself, but...
Yeah, you realise that you're actually secretly insane, but...
Yeah.
It's okay.
But, yeah. So, we did try and do one while I was away, but, it was a combination of bad signal, and Mike was also on his journey to work while we did it.
So, I think for me, listening back, it was just, you could just hear the wind, you could hear possibly people in the background, it was just a shambles all around. And
to be fair, where I was, it was like pissing down the rain as well, so I don't hear that in the background. And there was also
obviously weren't aware of this on the podcast, but Charlie, just before the phone call, had just covered himself in sun cream, top to bottom, and then it started chucking it down with rain. Yeah.
But you know what? Later that day, it went cloudy, and I was like, "Well, the next day it was like cloudy again." So I thought, "Well, I'm not making that same mistake. I'm not putting sun cream on." So I didn't, and I didn't really do any sunbathing. But I was sort of lying on the sunbed, reading my book and things, and then went in the pool later in the day and just looked down at my stomach and legs, and just bright red.
Oh God!
And like only now, it's pretty disgusting. But my stomach was just fucking all peeling. I was at work today, I was just getting changed in the locker room, and like I just looked down at my stomach, it was just like flakes of skin everywhere. It was rank. I thought I've never been sunburnt while listening to Christmas songs on the radio. But
you had a nice trip then.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, really enjoyed it. Yeah, we went to we did 4 nights in Singapore and 10 nights in the Maldives. So
nice,
very nice. I've never been away. Well, we went to Iceland last year, but that's like a cold holiday. But I've never done a hot holiday in the in winter time.
Yeah.
So it's a bit extra coming back when it's like you've gone from 30 odd degrees down to, when we flew into Manchester, I think it was like 4 or 5 degrees pissing down with rain.
And neighbours just got back from a month-long holiday today, maybe. Yeah, today's the first time I've seen her, and she was like, "Take me back to Lanzarote."
Yeah, it's not. I mean, even when you come back in the summer, it's still never as warm as when you've got, like, even if you come on holiday, say in July, when it's July, August, probably our peak weather, it's still always a bit colder, isn't it, when you come back?
We live in England, what do you expect?
Well, exactly, so, yeah, but...
There's been a lovely winter scene outside for the past couple of days, hasn't it?
Yeah,
just frostiness,
very frosty,
all day.
I've not enjoyed the icing of the cars, though, because and I found...
I had to do that post-night shift the other day, and that was horrible. 7 o'clock in the morning, absolutely exhausted, going out and seeing the cars frozen.
Oh, a funny thing happened at work today. So one of my colleagues were walking back in, and anyway, she saw a car with a blanket over the back. So she asked the guy. She said, "Have you does that thing work?" And he just sort of said grumpily, like, "No." She was like, "Oh, okay, this is a bit." Is it meaning like, because some people will cover the back to stop the ice, and he sort of turned her after. He says, it's actually covering my back windscreen because I smashed it because I left my keys in my car."
Oh, God.
So that's why he was in a bad mood. I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "What are the chances of that?"
Cold journey, isn't it?
Yeah, God, in this weather. But yeah, I mean, I've found as well, it's like, today it's like double, like the ice is, it's like double ice, if that makes sense. Like
2 days of cold.
Yeah, like 2 layers, so...
my son's been enjoying ice skating, as he keeps on saying. Every time he comes across some ice, I'm going ice skating. You're going to fall flat on your ass.
Have you ever done ice skating? Are you any good?
I started nodding then. I've never done it with him.
Okay. But you've done it.
I've done ice skating, yeah. Don't like it.
No. We'll do it, it's like normally an hour session when you do go. I mean, I guess it's been years since I did it. And then I'm like, towards the end, I'm starting to get the hang of it and I can kind of do it a bit. But then obviously... then that's it, and then you don't go then for another 10 years after that.
Yeah, exactly.
So I did quite a bit when I was in Canada, and then we bought some ice skates, which I never used, and then ended up selling them on Facebook Marketplace. But yeah, I do. Lauren,
the last time I went ice skating was probably when I was 15 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so what's that, 18, 19 years ago now?
God. Well, I mean, to be fair, I came back from Canada in it'd been 2009, so I reckon that was probably the last time
Yeah.
So, maybe we should do an episode ice skating, Mike.
Yeah, just basically from the floor.
Exactly.
On our ass.
Yeah, that probably won't be too fun. It's like I'd much rather do ice skating than rollerblading.
I've never done rollerblading.
We used to go to Roller World, and it had like a DJ playing, and then the lights going. But it would be quite dark. So
Okay.
I found that more difficult because you kind of obviously you're sort of concentrating on what you're doing, looking down, and then next thing you know, you look up and you've fucking bashed into somebody or something like that. But yeah, I'm not too fan.
Charlie just a trail of destruction.
Yeah,
He's too busy looking at his feet.
I mean, probably shouldn't have been pissed up when I was doing it, but but yeah. So, but no, the holiday was good. I just enjoyed it. The journey back was a very mammoth, probably the longest journey that I've ever done.
How long was that?
Well, so it started off. We got up on Sunday, 6 o'clock in the morning, so that would have been 3 a.m. UK time. And we had at 8 o'clock. We had an hour's seaplane ride to the main airport. Then we had a few hours in the airport, and then 4 hours back to Singapore, 4.25 hours. Then about 5.5 hours stopover in Singapore, and then a 14-hour flight back. So I think the time, and then 2 hours back from Manchester to here. So
how did Loz deal with you for that long?
Pardon?
How did Loz deal with you for that long?
She had headphones on.
Oh, that makes sense.
We didn't see each other. We went our separate ways at Singapore airport. We just met up.
Different spots on the plane.
Exactly. Well, to be fair, actually, we were quite fortunate because on the way back, we got a row of 3 to ourselves.
Oh, nice.
And, I mean, I always book near the back. And Lawrence, she read this thing from a stewardess, and she said a lot of people, like, obviously apart from business class and stuff, who are right at the front, but most people will try and book near the front so that they're kind of first off the plane. So if you go near the back, there's always, like, when I was looking around at the back, there was there was one woman who had a row of 3 to herself. There was, like, quite a few where there were just, like, rows of 2 people and got a row of 3, but then you went near the front and they're all full. Wow. And it's like, you're only getting off the plane maybe 2 minutes faster than me. Plus, you always get boarded on first.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
there you go. Tune in next week for another Charlie tip.
Charlie flying tip. So yeah. If you do, I mean, now you always have to pre-book your seats, don't you? So, little recommendation for you there. So,
passport.
Pardon?
We lost our passports when we moved.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What have you had to do then?
Nothing, because
you don't have to cancel them or anything.
Well,
or report.
I actually possibly should have thought about that.
Yeah,
but it's been like two years now.
Have you applied for some new ones?
Not yet. We figured we're going to this year because it was like actually be quite nice to do some weekend breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some people from work, they're going to Rome, and it's quite, well, I say a last minute thing. They booked it a couple of weeks ago, but I'm sure like return flights are like £90, which is not too bad, really. I mean, it's with Ryanair, and it's literally £90. Like, if you want luggage in the hold, it's more. Pay for all your food and drink on there, but
yeah.
So it's only a 2-hour flight. You don't need to be having a gourmet meal on there,
no,
do you?
exactly.
So, yeah, but what are you thinking of going?
Oh, no idea, but we just figured.
All 3 of you, or just you and?
I don't know, it depends how we feel. If he's annoyed us.
Might go for 2 weeks, depending on how long he's annoyed you.
Exactly. Stay with the cat, George.
Yeah. Oh. Anything else to report?
No, I've got nothing to update with.
Nothing? I thought you'd have, like, a couple of stories from work and...
No, but I had quite a boring... Been really getting into the Christmas spirit.
Have you?
Yeah.
Are you normally, like, Christmassy?
Yeah, I'm normally quite Christmassy. I've really enjoyed Christmas.
Yeah.
We used to, in university, decorate a Christmas tree, but in the middle of the room. So not, like, where it was going to be, always in the middle of the room. And then play... Don't Stop the Cavalry.
Oh, yeah.
And march around the Christmas tree for 3 minutes.
Oh, really? Were you drinking?
That was always a tradition. And then we'd always put atop the Christmas tree a random, like, character from a charity shop. So, like, one year it was SEO, one year it was Optimus Prime, one year it was Mario.
Oh, okay.
Just a random sort of, like, figurine that we'd found.
That's pretty cool.
We also once... I had some speakers that... They were old Samsung ones, but they're phenomenal. They're genuinely, I got them back in... When did we start uni? When did we finish sixth form?
So we'd have finished school in 2006. So...
Sixth form was 2008. So I got these in 2007.
Oh, okay.
I've still got the speakers. I don't know if I said headphones or speakers. I meant to say speakers if I didn't say headphones. Still got the speakers because they are so good.
Yeah.
Like, the Bluetooth's a bit crap now, like, because you can obviously get Bluetooth signal miles away. Whereas the Bluetooth signal, if you go slightly away, it starts to lose it.
Yeah.
They're just really good speakers. And what they do is if you get close to them, they'll get quieter. So it sort of like adjusts.
Okay.
Sort of like
That's
your
pretty
sound.
good.
They also had a feature where they would turn on if it detected motion.
Okay.
So we connected up our laptops to it, I think it was.
Yeah.
To always play music, Christmas music. So whenever anyone came in through the door, it'd start playing Christmas songs.
Oh, really?
There was one of my
cool.
friends, Matt, who every time he'd sort of, because it was in the big flat we rented out, but the 6 floors, we all knew each other. Mm-hmm. So our mate Matt, who was like on the top floor, was on the 3rd floor. Every time we'd go up to his or come down, he'd just open up the door, walk in, march around, and then just walk out. But yeah, it was just like we always enjoyed Christmassy things. So this year I've really got into it because George is now he's coming up to 3 years old,
so he
really
knows.
understands it.
Yeah.
So yesterday,
nice.
We're recording this on the 1st of December, just so you're aware. So yesterday, on the 30th of November, we installed a little elf door for Bubbles the elf, so that he can come in and report back to Santa.
Okay.
So the elf appeared this morning.
Yeah.
And then this evening, he's moved upstairs. George hasn't seen him all day.
Yeah.
And he's laid out 24 books I got from charity shops.
Okay.
So the story will be that he's gifted these to George, and then every night, whenever George picks one of the books, that book disappears.
Okay.
So slowly there'll only be one on Christmas Eve.
Will you read one of them books from each night as it goes up? See, my mum, we had a book that my mum used to read to us every Christmas, and it was like, you basically read a chapter a night, and it was, I forgot what it was. It was like a Christmas story thing, but yeah, like on the 1st of December, you just read it up until Christmas Eve kind of thing.
Very nice.
I can't remember what that book was called. I'll have to ask her. So that's quite a nice tradition kind of thing.
Yeah, it's nice to have these little traditions.
Yeah.
I've also this year I've brought a real Christmas tree, but it's only like 2 foot sort of thing, so quite small.
Okay, yeah.
But it's still in its pot. So we decorated that. It's in our window. And then we're going to plant that outside on Christmas Eve and decorate it.
Okay.
And then take down the decoration. And then every subsequent year from now on until it gets too tall, in which case we cut it down and we're going to start fresh.
Yeah.
But each subsequent year we're going to decorate it on Christmas Eve outside the house.
Oh, that'd be nice. Nice little tradition.
Have a little light switch on ceremony.
Can we come?
Yeah, of course you can.
Oh, that might be good. I'd quite enjoy that.
Yeah, so that's I want to try and set up little traditions. So that's one of them that I want to do.
That'd be nice. What are your plans for Christmas?
We're going to be hosting.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm dreading.
Oh, how many?
Both sides.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So where are your families? Are they just coming up for the day, or?
Yeah. So my brother and his girlfriend are not going to be there, but it's going to be my sister-in-law, mother-in-law. So that's it from Lauren's side.
Yeah.
And then my mum, dad, and sister. So it's not loads of us.
No, that's not too bad. Where's your brother going?
He's going to his girl's.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, girlfriend's parents. Should
I
say. So yeah.
Oh. See, we managed. Well, so what? So the first year we were going to host it. Then my mum and dad got COVID. So because we were doing it with Lauren's mum and dad as well. So then Lauren's mum's like, "Oh, we'll just do it around there." So we'd bought the food and everything. So we just did everything around there. The next year, Lauren's mum and dad got COVID. So we ended up going around to mum and dad's to do it. And then this year, touch wood, no one has COVID. And mum and dad were like, "We've got a bigger house. It just makes sense to come round." And we're all bringing I think mum and dad have bought the turkey. So we're going to do dessert. Lauren's mum and dad are going to do starters. Sister's buying all the veg and stuff.
Yeah.
They would bring alcohol and stuff like that. So it's not nice. Too bad. Then everyone's contributing. So and then mum was quite happy because she said that she just don't want to cook it anymore. She's like, she's done her fair share of cooking Christmas dinners. So
I love cooking. It's just a roast dinner. I love cooking a roast dinner. And
it's a bit like I did it last year with my sister, and I was very much like sous chef. I was just kind of assisting, but it's not. I mean, my mum and dad have got a huge kitchen diner, so everyone's sort of sat around anyway.
Yeah.
So you can kind of talk and you have a few drinks as you're doing it.
Yeah, see, I'll be honest, I just spend most of my Christmas in the kitchen.
Oh, really?
I enjoy cooking. So.
Yeah. But what are you doing Christmas Eve? Are you doing that? Are you going anywhere? Or
no plans, no.
Come to us and jockey.
We've got George.
That's true. Bring him along, it'd be alright. It'd probably be the centre of attention.
Like I'm sold to the party.
Yeah. I've had to book a table, but it'll be rammed in there. Get drunk in there and then be hungover on Christmas Day.
Yeah, that's a plan.
And then continue to drink on Christmas Day later on.
No, the idea of being hungover on Christmas Day and drunk on Christmas Eve now as a parent.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't think I'd fancy that. I always do it there every year, and I'd be like, oh no, I'm just going to take it steady.
It's too much to organise. I've got.
Especially if you're hosting it. It's a bit different, isn't it?
I'm making some Christmas tree brownies.
Oh, okay.
So I need to make them the day before.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and make everything in advance that I can make in advance, and like freeze some things in advance and all that sort of stuff, just to make everything easier.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, that reminds me actually, Mike. Got a little belated birthday gift.
Oh, thank you.
I hope you like gift bags.
This is really awkward. My reaction's going to be forever on the podcast. So what if it's crap?
Well, I was going to give it you. Well, Lauren was saying, I was like,
the card says to you.
Well, you use
it.
It is to you. I don't normally put anything on cards at the front of it, and Lauren gets really annoyed by it. But
I'd get annoyed by that.
Yeah, but you know who I'm giving it to. You know, if it's Christmas and I've got loads of cards, then fair enough. But
belated birthday wishes.
Well,
my birthday was what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Well, when I went to the card shop, there was very limited options. So it was either going to be that, which I thought actually was really good, or I was going to get you a 4 where it says 4, like a child's birthday card says 4, and just put 3 on.
I kept on being convinced that Lauren had forgotten how old I was, because she kept on saying that I was in my mid-30s now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in my mid-30s. She's like, you're in your mid-30s now? I'm not in my mid-30s. But she counts 34 to 36 as the mid-30s, so I get it.
Oh, okay. So what does that make? 37 late 30s then? Yeah. Okay.
You're in your late 30s.
See, I'd say mid-30s would be like 35, but...
Bush rum.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was looking around for Singapore or Maldivian rum, and apparently it doesn't exist.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I thought, so that's next bet. It's a Caribbean rum.
Struggling to read it in this light.
Yeah, it's a bit dark.
Our award-winning Bush rum is made by blending Caribbean rum with tropical fruits. Can I just say, whoever had the idea to put this silvery blue with a red background
and then a dark rum in the background.
It's almost impossible to read. And exotic spices. We create rums bursting with, again, we're back to the blue background. Pure Caribbean vibes. Tastes great with cola, ginger beer, or in your favourite cocktail. Lovely, thank you very much.
That's okay.
We said 1% then. What?
Oh God, I've not picked like a... What is it 1%?
No.
I was going to say it's a full alcoholic one, isn't it?
It is...
It's like 30... Isn't it only 30-something for rum?
Yeah, 37.5.
Yeah, that's right. At least I remember worrying there it was like a low alcohol rum.
Non-alcoholic one. Well, yeah, a weird non-alcoholic one because 1%.
Yeah. Well, I went round... Well, the airport in Moldavia... In the Maldives wasn't like up to much, like it was really small, having a big thing on it. But Singapore as well. I looked around when I was in Singapore. I looked around, like Singapore airport's massive, and went to loads of different the wines and spirits shops that they have in there. Not the off license, the duty free ones. But it was all just like Caribbean and English, English gins and stuff. But I'd have thought most places I've been, But even I went to Iceland, and even they had their own rum. And you think, well, if Iceland do it, surely, like the Far East would.
Yeah, you would have thought.
That
they are spiced, aren't they? So rum's up. Yeah, they feel more.
Yeah, more like. Is it Don Pablo?
Well, Don Papa.
Is that the rum that you've had before? Yeah. Is that a Philippines rum?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
There's definitely a rum that I've had before that's a Philippines. It's sort of like, I think it's like Caribbean things, but it's like a Philippines. Like a Philippines rum.
I'm not sure.
But
I'd just like to say, I've just suddenly realised it's no longer your Christmas tree. It's not real.
No, it's a fake one. We bought on Amazon about 4 years ago.
You always have a real tree.
You thought we had a real tree?
I thought you've had a real tree for ages, haven't you?
No, we had 1 year we had a real tree. It's been that same tree.
For some reason I've always thought it was a real tree.
It looks like, I think, I don't know.
Sport the illusion, Charlie.
Yeah, maybe it's the white tips on it. No, we've had that. We bought off Amazon. I'm sure it was like 4 years ago. Like we had one real tree when we moved in.
Yeah, I do remember that. Was it here?
Yeah, it would have been because we didn't have that sofa. Yeah, that's true. And then we got that. Which, to be fair, I bought a big bag. It's a bastard getting back up into the loft though. We've got a real narrow loft actually. We've got this big, huge red bag that we put it all in. So it comes apart. Fucking hell, you're like fighting it to get it back in.
See,
getting it down's easy.
Behind our sofa, I don't know if you ever clocked it. got that little
Oh, the hatch thing. Yeah.
So we just put all of our Christmas stuff in there because it's almost impossible to get to.
Yeah.
So why not just put something in there that you only need to get out once a year?
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. I know Lauren, every year Lauren's like, I want to get more Christmas stuff. So, like, I mean, that was an addition from last year. She got call it the old Judy Garland.
Oh, okay.
The garland going across. But yeah, we want to get some more lights to go. We've got 2 shelves in the living room. At the minute, I've only just got, like, I think there's like 20 lights on there, or 30 lights. So I want to get some more to sneak up those shelves. But do you know when you obviously decorate for Christmas, do you kind of decorate the whole of your downstairs or just your living room?
Just the living room.
Yeah, because I was in the kitchen, we put a bit of tinsel, but we've got, like, other than that, we've got nothing really. Yeah. Oh, nice. And you were saying about your new outdoor lights you've got.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I didn't say on podcast, did I? Yeah. Just before. Yeah, so I put up Christmas lights outside for the first time ever. I don't think I've ever done it before. And Charlie was complaining, as I always do previously, what's the point in putting up something and using your electricity, especially this day and age, for someone else to enjoy, because you're not going to see it really that much.
No.
But I got some solar-powered ones.
Which I think is really good at it.
Yeah.
Because not only, obviously, with that issue with the electricity, but you've also got the issue of trying to plug them in. Like, unless you've got an outdoor plug socket, which not many people have, like, where do you... Some sort of cable's going to have to go through your door or something like that. So,
sorted it.
Might do that. Were they difficult to put up?
No. So I brought some drain clip.
Oh, okay.
That basically the idea of them is they hook over this meshing to stop leaves getting put in the drains.
Oh, okay.
Hasn't worked. But also they've also got little hooks for outdoor lights.
Oh,
so I put them along there, and then along our windows there's this little, like, metal bit. I just slid the lights under there and then weaved it around the drain pipe and along our, like, climbing tree thing.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Have they automatically come on, or do you...
Yes, so they come on at dusk.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, so when the light's no longer there, they'll come on. So a dark day, they'll be on. But
and do they... I assume, like, they got enough charge through the daylight
from out
and
of the box,
stuff. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we'll see how long they last over Christmas. Like, will they charge enough? But
yeah. That's the only thing, isn't it, with the solar panel stuff over Christmas?
You can put batteries in there.
Oh, can you? So that's not too bad. Yeah, I suppose you get... what... Sunrise now, you're looking at, like, 7:30 coming up to 8 o'clock, aren't you? And then it's like 4 o'clock by the time it's getting dark again. But
yeah,
very good.
But what's quite funny is I told you this, but I'll tell the listeners. When we lock our car, the lights flash about 5 times.
Oh, okay.
And they flash directly at where I put the solar panel box.
Yeah.
So you literally, for those, like, couple of flashes, it looks like we brought, like, flashing lights.
Oh, really?
Lights they're like battling each other. Like,
because that's
Christmas lights, car lights, Christmas lights, car lights, Christmas lights, car lights.
I might go across your road with a laser pen and just keep shining it on.
It is quite funny.
Yeah. Very good. Are you excited for Christmas then?
Yeah, I am. Lauren already knows her Christmas present because curries are dicks.
Okay.
Yeah, I ordered their Christmas present and it got delivered to Lauren.
Yeah.
Without any packaging.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it?
It was a food mixer, for, like, baking cakes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She's been after one for ages.
Oh, very nice. And I'm getting Lauren a Switch for Christmas.
Yeah, you are.
She thinks her mum and dad and brother are getting it, so she sent me all these other things that she wants, like on them cameras that you can print off the pictures, like a instantaneous, and then some makeup and skincare stuff. So, but I need to double check that actually. Apparently, there's a bit of a deal on with the switches because I don't get the OLED
one. The new one, yeah. I'm jealous of that.
And there's a new. Have you not got? I thought you had that.
No, I've got the first version.
I suppose the only difference is really if you're playing it portable, it's got a bigger screen.
Yeah, which to be fair, I always do. I don't play it on the TV.
Oh, do you not?
No.
Okay. I mean, to be honest, I think she'll probably play it portable because she's always, like, on a night, she'll be on her iPad and she's playing all these games on, like, like the free-to-play games, but you have to, like, watch ads and stuff to get gems, or you can pay real money. She never pays real money. She just uses the gems and stuff, the free ads. But I mean, she constantly plays. Like, one of them, she was, I don't remember what game it was, some, like, farming game or something, and she was, like, top the
really
of the leaderboard for it for like a bit. So
I was top of a game called Spider-Man for Spider-Man Unlimited.
Oh, really?
I was absolutely obsessed with this game. It was, what year would that have been? 2013, 2014?
Yeah.
Somewhere in my Facebook, I posted a screenshot to be literally the number one high score across the world.
Oh, really?
Absolutely obsessed. The idea that I've become that obsessed with a game now is just ludicrous.
Well, yeah. I mean,
it was like it's a temple run type game.
Mm-hmm.
So you're swiping left, right, up, down.
Okay. See, I found them games so frustrating.
Yeah, I think because I got past the frustration and was good at it.
Fair enough. And since so before I went away, the new Football Manager came out. So I think I played on it for 3 days before I went away, and I was and ahhing about taking my laptop with me. Then I was like, that travel insurance won't cover it. And then I was like, on the plane, you meant to have something where you can plug. Because my laptop, if it's not plugged in and I'm playing that, I'll probably get 20 minutes out of it.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, and I was reading all these reviews, like, oh, yeah, you do have the plug sockets. And I was thinking, my laptop's quite sizable, carrying that around. So I was like, no, I'm not going to bother. I'm quite glad I did, because they didn't have a 3-plug socket thing on the plane. And so, since I've come back, I've proper hammered it.
You can play it for free now, can't you? Because if you've got a Netflix subscription.
Yeah, I did download it. So it's good the touch version.
Yeah,
so
okay.
It's not as good as the full PC version. But
I've got it on my phone.
Have you?
Yeah.
But to be fair, I downloaded it from my iPad, and I actually got quite into it. And when we were in the airport and on the planes, I was playing it quite a bit. So it's just a more simpler version of the game. It's not as you can't do as much.
Which is hilarious because I found it quite complex.
Well, I mean, it's a good one. If you wanted to start playing Football Manager, it's probably quite a good one to learn how to play the game, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So I was Football Manager 2006.
Yeah.
When I was who was it? Freddie Adu.
Oh yeah.
When everyone you buy him early because he was 13 and he's the best player in the game. Turned out to be no one, didn't he?
Yeah.
But that's the era that I played Football Manager quite obsessively.
Oh, okay.
And a lot's changed.
Yeah. Well, I remember. Well, Paul, one of our regular listeners, I think was it Paul? Oh no, actually, it might have been Adam. But I mean, anyway, Paul and Adam, two of my friends, they used to play it. I mean, they still do. They play it quite a bit. I remember they playing it, and I think it was Adam. He lent me Championship Manager, and this would have been maybe 2008. And I sort of played a season on that, and then it was sort of this is a more simpler version, and it was right. Then I got Football Manager kind of thing, and then since then I've just been every year I've played it.
I sent Charlie a clip recently, didn't I, of someone interviewing himself post-match.
Yeah.
And I sent it to Charlie because I knew that he used to do that.
Yeah, I do.
Talk himself in the mirror.
I remember listening to the old podcast that you did with Mike, and him saying he did that because he was into Football Manager, wasn't he? And I was thinking I do exactly the same thing, like a post-match. I always used to do it if I was brushing my teeth, or having a shower or whatever. I'd be thinking I'd always be thinking about tactics and players that I'm signing and stuff like that. But yeah, it does become. I mean, there's a book out called Football Manager Ruined My Life, and I mean, I've not read it, but apparently it's about people that have some people have marriages have failed because of it, because they get so obsessed with the game and they're not.
I know my friend clocked literally months upon months on one of them. His Steam account, it shows literally just
tells you how many hours. Yeah. Well, this one, it tells it tells you how many hours, and it tells you kind of your obsession rate with it. So it was I think when I was on it, one of them it was time to, what did it say? It's time to change your underwear or they were little funny sayings kind of thing. But yeah, so.
Well, I'm excited about Loz getting the Switch, and
yeah.
Are you excited about?
Yeah, I mean, I was, because initially we were thinking, should we go halves and get one? But to be honest, I was looking. I'm not massively into a lot of the Nintendo games.
I think I'm going to lend you Zelda. And you'll realise how amazing that one is.
I mean, Lauren really does she likes Zelda.
Yeah.
She's there's a game that it's an old one. I forgot. I've not heard. Is that one that I messaged you about?
Yeah, I'd never heard of that game before.
No, she used to play it when she was younger, but I think the deal, I need to double check actually on Amazon, comes with the new Super Mario Kart.
Well, it wouldn't be the new one.
I thought
unless it's got the booster packs in it.
Oh, I don't know. We'll have to have a look.
Super Mario Kart's literally been a Switch from day one.
Somebody said there was a new one that's come out.
It's the booster expansions.
Okay. Maybe
so it's the same game, but it's basically an expansion.
Yeah.
To it, in which they've added an insane amount of new races. I want to say about like between 24 to 32 sort of thing.
Oh, wow.
New tracks to the game.
Oh, wow. And I played, before we went away, we stopped at a friend's in Manchester and they had one. And I watched them, they were playing this game. I don't know if it's like a moving game.
WarioWare.
You're like you're moving somebody out of the house.
Oh, it's called Moving Out, yeah.
You're moving out. And I remember them telling about it, I thought, that sounds shit. And I was watching them play, I was like, actually, it looks really good.
It's like that cooking...
Oh, they played that as well, the cooking one where you get the shit, yeah. I thought, actually, there's there's quite a few games. Well, I thought, to be honest, I'm buying it for Lauren for Christmas, so it's best of both worlds, really, because I'll get to play it as well, so...
Oh, I'm gutted recently. Twice I've just missed out on buying a GameCube. £30.
Oh, really? God, the old-fashioned GameCube.
Just messaged before me, and I was like, £30 for a GameCube. Absolutely, with like 5 games.
Yeah.
Absolute bargain. And if I do, I'd bring it around here and be in your pub shed.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be good. I've thought about getting these. I've seen these ones where you can get, it's like an old PlayStation 1, but there's no discs or anything. The games are already all on it, and it comes with like a couple of controllers.
I saw that.
Have you?
But I've never actually set it up. Actually, your pub would be quite a good place.
Well, that's what I was thinking of getting something like that for. But I keep
PS1
seeing
Classic.
these. Pardon?
It's called PS1 Classic.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I've seen. I mean, the ones I'm looking at on adverts off Facebook, so I don't know how.
Oh, okay. No, mine's the actual official
one.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Maybe we should bring it round and we'll set it up one time. I've got a little electric heater for the pub shed now, so
I was going to say
be a bit cold.
From the pub shed, no longer from the pub shed.
No, we're in my living room at the minute.
Too cold at the moment with the fire on.
I mean, we'll try it one time with that electric heater, because I mean it is pretty good, that electric heater, and we only have it on the one. There's like 2 modes of heat you can have them both blasting out, or just one. So hopefully
let Loz suffer in the cold for a bit.
Yeah. but yeah. Well, should we wrap it up?
Can do.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, and sorry it's been a bit... How long has it been since we did the last one?
Well, I think it's been 3 weeks since the last official with both of us.
Yeah. I suppose we did a couple together, like Banked View, didn't we, before? Yeah. So, yeah, hopefully. I mean, obviously we've got Christmas coming up, so there may be... Well, I think we should be all right. I reckon we should...
Yeah, we'll try and record a few next week.
Yeah.
And then, that should tide us over the few next week, over until after Christmas.
Yeah.
And we'll get back on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might have a little break after Christmas, I'd say.
Yeah. But it's just...
You know us, we're no format.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just disappear for a few weeks, and then we'll reappear.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the best way. Well,
like a spider in the bath.
Yeah. Yeah. All right then. Well, thanks for listening. I didn't know.
You had no idea where to go with that.
No, I didn't.
After my ridiculous statement.
I was going to say, you won't get any spiders in the bath because it's a bit... But then I was like thinking, actually, would you? Because it's getting cold now and they're more likely to come inside.
Yeah, they do. No, we're past the point where they come inside, haven't they?
Have they? Does that mean they'll die off then?
I don't know.
What happens to spiders?
Email us.
Yeah, email us. Let us know.
Spiders? That's the end of the question.
Yeah.
What happens to spiders?
What happens to spiders? Maybe they'll go to Australia like birds.
Yeah.
Like I know
they just hook to the end of the bottom plains.
Yeah. Yeah. Or hang on to the bottom of birds when they migrate south for the winter.
We need to know answers, guys.
Yeah. Actually send us
know on socials, no format required.
Yeah.
Or where are we? We're on Facebook.
Instagram.
X. I like calling it X.
Yeah, Twitter/X.
Yeah.
The
social formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah. I mean, that's ridiculous changing that.
He's got a weird obsession with X. He tried to change PayPal to X.
Oh, really?
I want to say Uber to X. Obviously, his child was named X.
I was just about to say...
SpaceX.
Yeah.
And then,
I mean, X, could I say it classes for 10? Like, in their own Roman numerals. I wonder if that means anything.
No, I think it's just he's an idiot. But normally he's not an idiot. That's what pisses me off. He's so smart and could have done so much. And instead he's actually quite a twat. And it depresses me so much.
See, you think, if you were that rich, could you be like Bruce Wayne and, be Batman?
Yeah.
Like, use all that money for good and, fight criminals and stuff, and you've got all that money for technology where you could have a bat suit and be trained in martial arts and everything, but unfortunately that's not the case, is it?
Instead he'd rather buy Twitter so he can reinstate Trump being a racist.
That's ridiculous.
Anyway, I don't know how we got onto that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where
From
you can find us.
spiders.
Yeah, so let us know on socials about where the spiders go, what happened to spiders on socials, and drop us an email at noformatrequired@gmail.com. We will see you all next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.